how are you focusing on assessment, selection, recruiting to ensure that we continue to get those cognitive thought leaders who can get out on the battlefield, where the battlefield might be a nasty place, but the battlefield has also evolved where we need very, very smart people who can make decisions in real time based on technology that doesn't really look like this anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, we will full-throated effort on that, from the operational force to the institutional force to the SORB, you name it, of bringing in the best and brightest, because we need all walks of life. And we're trying to attract all walks of life, whether it's psychological operations or the technologically aligned and impassioned young high schoolers out there, or even already in the workforce out there. We need them. We need them as part of the force right there, which is why we're making some pretty big changes, from everything from looking at the soft unit of action at the tactical level to where we're converging effects across all 5 domains with space and cyber. You mentioned and touched upon the human dimension, the Army's doctrinal term. I'd like to see that as a domain to be taken a little bit more seriously for working together, of having that focus area. But we're also actually trying to create new specialties. So we're standing up a tech innovator and a tech integrator warrant officer position in the schoolhouse at the Special Warfare and Center in school. If you haven't paid attention at all to the battle in Ukraine or the Karabakh War before that, that innovation cycle, we used to talk about the F3A cycle. I really think it's the adaptation of new ideas and thought, the adaptation cycle, the innovation cycle, who's going to win really the current war and the next war, who can adapt the fastest, who can innovate the fastest. So innovate the idea, adapt the formation, whether it's a thing, a technique, a procedure, employ it, learn from it, and turn that tighter and tighter on the innovation cycle. But we can't leave that up for chance. We need experts. This is not additional duty. Whether you're talking about the employment integration of robots and drones or the modern use of technology for psychological operations, it can't be left up for chance. It confused me back in the day when I was still on a team that anything with electricity just went to the commo guy. Hey, it's got a battery.
It's true.
It's got a battery. Give it to the commo guy. Like, what? Yeah, even, believe it or not, even his computers were coming into the team room. Like, goes the commo guy. I'm like, isn't he supposed to be making comms? And then like, oh, a TTL device, a camera. Hey, it's going to the commo guy. I'm like, man, he's got a heavy rucksack, and not only in time and weight, but mental space there. So boy, I firmly believe we've got to be better than that. We got to actually not only provide the space, but the career model too for people. Like, we have great people who are 3D manufacturers, printing, building their own drones, jailbreaking them, reprogramming them, designing, claws on drones, the first-person view drones. They need a career field where they're not going to be tapped out and capped out. We need to embrace that, and then that needs to be turned on the recruiting side. Every STEM robotics club in high school America needs to know they have a home. We have a home for them in Army Special Operations Force. You want to come be a badass drone builder, a badass coder, badass 3D printer? We got a home for you. You're going to work with the best. Mm-hmm. You work with the best. Now, some of that might be with a unit of action where you got to be in shape and you got to travel with the team. And some of it might be, you might be in a bunker like this, a modern day bunker like this, maybe with air conditioning.
But dehumidifier.
But as long as they're out designing the adversary to help that innovation cycle, we need those people too. And then many people, if you just flip it over to civil affairs or you flip it over to psychological operations, many people don't know. We've got anthropologists in civil affairs. We've got, web designers and artists in psychological operations. I mean, every walk of life, if you're in high school America now, you probably didn't know you could have a career in Army Special Operations Force. You probably had this mindset, it's only the middle linebacker or the captain of the football team we're looking for. No, we've got a home for you in every walk of life, and you'll be a value-added member of this team, empowered, resourced properly, and then given a sense of purpose. We've got nothing but opportunities with purpose and mission out there across the world, and hopefully that's what's going to attract the best and brightest, because we need them.
Yeah, I mean, as you're talking, I can't help but think back to those Jedburgh teams who were, mechanics and carpenters and, authors, and came from all walks, farmers, teachers. And that's what's great about the soft community, the special operations community, is that when you come into the community, it's not like you didn't have a past experience that you're now going to apply to your current role, because that's what they're looking for.
Exactly. That's the diversity. That diversity brings strength, diversity of thought, diversity of upbringing, diversity of your experiences. huge force multiplier out there, especially when you're talking about operating in small teams. Yeah. Do you have something else you can rely upon other than just here's what we taught you? Because we're not going to be able to teach you everything.
Right.
And that's why when you get back to assessment selection, you're looking for those intangibles and characteristics that don't change.